What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back with another video. In today's video, I have another custom LEGO video on my custom LEGO clones from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I have here Clone Captain Vaughn and ARC Trooper Jesse, and I'll explain why they're the way they are in why they look the way they are in just a minute. But if you're wondering why I'm making these guys now, it's because I'm weird, and I get into weird moods to make me want to make random figures randomly out of nowhere. Like, since Mandalorian Season 2 is out, I decided to make him, but not just him, but I decided to make some clones too, because why not? So, yeah, anyway, let's just get started with this video. Alright, let's start off with Clone Captain Vaughn, and just going to give a quick disclaimer. This figure was 100% fully painted by me. The reason why is because I didn't have spare live-action Clone Trooper torsos, so I decided to improvise in a sense. I really had to test my painting skills on this figure, but I think it turned out pretty darn good. Not perfect, because it gets a bit messy and sloppy on the belt part, but honestly, I'm pretty dang happy with how this guy turned out overall, especially since I painted everything, every detail on this guy. And yeah, so I actually, when I started him, I actually made a standard Phase 2 clone first before painting the 3 30-second colors and posted that on my Instagram, so if you want to see that, check it out in the link in the description below. Yeah, because I posted that before I started painting him like this. And when I mean I completely painted it, including the helmet, the torso, the arms, legs, everything was painted by me. And for this figure, I tried my best not to sculpt too much on this guy. I sculpted in certain areas because it really helps the figure stand out more. And I'm just not too big on sculpting on clones anyway, trying to stick with the LEGO clone style. That's just me, but yeah, so the sculpted parts include the top of the helmet, the shoulders, and the elbow pads on the back of the arms. So yeah, and the little antenna thing here is also sculpted out of Procreate and painted silver. So I also try not to do any battle damage on this figure because I spent, I don't even know how long painting this torso. I'm not going to ruin it with battle damage, even though it probably looked really cool. So if you're wondering why I made Vaughn of all clones, it's because I really like Vaughn. I know his time was really short, but god damn it, I just love his design. His death was really tragic, and he's basically Cody in the 501st style, and what more could you want? So yeah, anyway, let's just actually get started on this figure, talking about this figure. Let's start with the helmet. The helmet is a standard LEGO Phase 2 clone helmet. I just used the Clone Army Customs sun visor, that's what it's called. And I didn't know if this would actually work or not, but it actually fits almost perfectly. It's a bit loose, but that's fine, and it fits, and I am happy. So the things on top of this helmet were fully sculpted out of Procreate, turned out pretty good. So, yeah, they actually kind of look like, what do you call it? I'm thinking of a word, solar panels? I don't know why, that's just what I thought of, but anyway. So, yeah, the sun visor is actually mixed, is painted in this mixed color. I'm not exactly sure how I did it. I think I took like red and dark, like a black color, I don't know. But yeah, I did mess up the details on the side of the sun visor, but I think it looks okay. I didn't have any more of this color paint to redo it, so yeah, now my Vaughn is definitely more unique than others, so that's cool. The little flashlight here isn't actually on his visor based on the reference I found, but I thought I'd keep it there anyway because I didn't want to risk damaging the sun visor and breaking it. I did have spares, but I didn't want to, use them, so I did have to sculpt this part of the side of the helmet out of Procreate, that little thing. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But yeah, and if you're wondering what head I have underneath it, it's not just a black Lego head like always. If I can get it off, maybe. There we go. It is the Spidey PS4 anti-Ock head I painted but will never finish. So yeah, it's little, I don't know if you would call that an Easter egg, but just a little thing I thought I'd include. So yeah. Now let's talk about the torso. The torso really tested my skills, and I think it came out looking great. I used the live-action clone design for Vaughn because I like that design more personally than the Clone Wars one. Also, I thought it'd be unique because, since Vaughn originated in the Clone Wars, we never see him in the live-action armor anyway. So yeah, I did end up having to paint using white paint in certain areas because it couldn't be helped. I had no other choice. I hate white paint. You guys probably know that by now. So yeah, you can see I used tape on the arms right there, and oh man, it is raining really loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So yeah, anyway, I know white paint doesn't blend well with Lego parts, but I really didn't have a choice for the most part. I think it turned out okay, and it doesn't bother me as much since it's only certain parts. I tried not painting using white paint as much as possible. And oh yeah, by the way, for the helmet, I did use white paint on the helmet because I really didn't have a choice there either. So yeah, the 501st marks are present and are painted in a mixed blue color. And yeah, the badge right there is sculpted out of Procreate. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much it for Vaughn. Not really much else to talk about. Oh wait, I guess I should go over accessories real quick. Here is the DC-15A rifle. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I've heard it's called the DC-15. This is a brick arms one. If I can get out of his hand, jeez. Okay, well, there it is. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can hear background noises, but that's also cool. Yeah, the hands are also painted and sealed, and the sides of the torso are also painted and sealed. The legs, standard clone design legs. Really not much to talk about there. Did I mention I gave him a Clone R8 Customs jetpack? I don't think I mentioned that. So yeah, overall, really happy with how this figure turned out. And yeah, oh, by the way, I also forgot to mention, or maybe I mentioned this earlier, but I painted the visor, helmet, the face, the mouth, the lines on the side. Everything was painted. Every single detail was painted. I started off with a base white, just a plain helmet. Figured I just mentioned that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Vaughn, and now we can just move on to the next figure. And to go along with Vaughn here is Jesse. Now you're probably wondering, or maybe not, why did I make Jesse in this style? It's because I was inspired by Lego-Matic 9's classic style clone custom video. I'll leave a link below because it's nostalgic and there's some awesome stuff in there. He and a bunch of other people in the community made some classic style clone customs, and they all look so awesome that I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon, and I'm glad I did, because this Jesse figure, I think it turned out pretty great. Now Jesse's a pretty simple figure, so I won't spend too much time talking about him. The helmet is a classic Lego clone helmet. Obviously, it used to be a clone pilot helmet, but I rubbed off the printing and made and fully painted everything, including the Republic logo on the front, the mouth, the breathers, and the blue you see going all around the helmet. And I took a lot of inspiration from Lego-Matic 9's Aaron's custom Echo and 5s by using similar pauldron and waistcape designs. I actually had to improvise on the two and use two old Lego pauldrons and cut them and paint them to look like this, since I didn't have an ARC Trooper pauldron, and the waistcape came from the U-Power Trooper set and was painted black. And you also notice the back of the torso was actually a what do you call it? Stormtrooper torso. So because I had to actually fully paint this torso myself. I didn't have a spare classic clone torso laying around, so I fully painted it. You can see there. I think it turned out pretty great. The ARC armor, I guess you could say, is also painted there. And yeah, so the front of the torso is fully 100% painted by me, and I think it turned out right. You can see the unique blue marks on Jesse's chest plate are present. And the back, I know it's inaccurate, but I don't really care. You're going to see them from the front anyway, so yeah. The arms and legs don't have any detail to keep it to the theme, to stick to the theme of classic style clones. I did have to paint the arms blue to match the color paints I used on the helmet and torso, though, so that's something. And lastly, I gave him these revolver pistols. I don't know if Lego ever gave clones these in the sets, but back then these were all we had, so I thought it'd be even more nostalgic to give him these. Plus, I think they were used in the original Star Wars Lego Star Wars video game or something. But yeah, this was actually a really fun figure to make, and a quick one too. The thing that took the longest was definitely the helmets, but it was really refreshing to make a classic style clone, and I might do more in the future. So anyway, that's pretty much it for Jesse. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. And if you like what you see here and want to see more customs made by me, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Also, let me know if you guys want to see more custom clones. I've been in a Clone Wars mood lately for some reason, and I couldn't tell you why. So other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. If you haven't make sure to check out my Instagram and Flickr. Flickr not so much because I hardly post on there anymore. Both links are in the description below. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks once again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever or whatever video that'll be. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.